do you need to work during the summer as a student? So for example, if you're in university and college, you need to spend your 4 months summer working in a summer job or a co-op or internship. And my answer for this is no, you don't have to spend your summers looking for a job. But, and a huge but, is that you need to make sure that if you don't work during the summer, you need to make sure that throughout the year you have some sort of experience that you can pad your resume, so that in 4 years time, or if you're in grad school, at the end of your degree, when you're actually applying to be in the workforce, you have experiences to show potential employers, and you're not going and knocking on people's door asking for a job without any experience at all. So if you don't want to work in the summer, that's totally fine. I didn't work in the summer. I spent my summers in doing additional courses and doing side hobbies. But throughout the year, I was employed. I worked at the recreational center. I was research assistant for a prof. I, partook in multiple committees on campus where I played a leadership role. So I had a lot of opportunities and experience to write on my resume with a lot of success and accomplishments that I can talk about during my interview. So if you don't want to work in the summer, or you're trying to apply for summer jobs and you have not been successful in getting a position, that's totally all right. Focus your time on how you can find experiences in the 8 months during the school year, and this can come in a form of participating in a club and playing a leadership role where you manage multiple people, being on a student council, or maybe you run for the university student council and being in one of the elected positions, or you might want to do research on the side for a few profs. These are just some examples that you can try to tap into. And again, there's probably a lot of other opportunities on campus that I haven't mentioned that you can also tap into. But the focus is you need to have some sort of experience on your resume, and it doesn't have to be during the summer. But as long as you have some sort of prolonged period of experience, so not just 1 or 2 months, like go for at least a semester, so at least 4 months, better if you have longer, then these are good experience to have on a resume, and it shows that you're committed and you have been in the workforce before, so you can carry some sort of level of professionalism for potential employers who are looking to hire new grads. And it's really important to have experience on your resume, because the reality is, even when employers are hiring for new grads or students, they want the student to come in with some sort of experience, even though they're hiring for new grads. So it is very difficult for a student to spend their entire program duration just focusing on studies and not doing any side extracurriculars, not doing any side part-time gigs, or having any summer jobs, because these students don't have the experience that employers are looking for. And again, even if you're going for a new grad position, and these experience levels are lower than your traditional other full-time positions, there is still an expectation that you need to come in with some sort of experience. And if you're only focusing on your studies and on your grades in the next 4 years plus, if you're in grad school, then you're going to have a really difficult time finding a job. And once you're out of the student realm, like for example, once you're totally done your school studies and you're no longer a student, you're gonna lose out on a lot of opportunities that are intended for students. So for example, being on clubs, being on student councils, being a side research student assistant for a prof. There are these are great examples for students to have, and what you need to know is that these positions are generally only available for students as well. Once you graduate into the workforce, a lot of these opportunities lessen, so you want to make sure you take full advantage of what is possible to you right now, and try to kind of tap into these experiences so that you can pad your resume and be well prepared for the workforce in years' time.